Hey guys! Welcome back! I know I am not the only one who has watched and rewatched, then, sat down and rewatched it a billion more times, this Moiraine's Quest clip. It is fantastic! It's so good! Ah! I can't. To me, it's still a little unreal that this show is happening. I know, I've been following this, right? Like, I never have doubted that it was gonna come, but it's hard for my brain to grasp that this story that has just been it's been a massive part of my mental landscape for half of my life. And now it's gonna be on screen and I'm gonna be watching it. And that's crazy. That's crazy. But okay. Anyway, as I've done for the trailer and the clip that was dropped, I have other thoughts after my initial reaction, and thought I would share them with you here. I think I'm looking at this one. I think I did well with this list. I see 18, and there's no mistakes in the numbers. Pretty sure this is an 18 list. So I guess let's go. Let's talk about it.
Let's be nerdy, bitch. Let's be nerdy. Let's be nerdy. Let's be nerdy, bitch. Let's be nerdy, bitch. Let's be nerdy. Let's be nerdy,
The first thought that I have, and actually this is not like a thought I had on like watching it again after my reaction. This was my thought then. I don't know if I said it. Don't think I said it in that other video, but I don't think that this monologue that Moiraine gives here is from the show. It doesn't make any sense. Like, she walks into the Wine Spring Inn we saw in that other clip and says, I'm Moiraine Sedai. It's a small Two Rivers town. She doesn't need to introduce herself after that. Everybody there is going to know who she is. She's not walking up to anybody and going, my name is Moiraine Sedai, 20 years ago, blah, 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 blah. This is not a conversation that she's having, right? This is, I'm pretty sure, just dialogue just for this teaser. I don't think that this is from the show. There might be little bits of it that are said, but I also cannot think who she would be explaining this to. Like, those of us who have read the books, we know Moiraine is cagey. She does not tell people stuff. So I can't, Lan already knows this. She's not saying this to any of those kids because they're unstable. She doesn't know which one of them she's looking for. She's not going to tell them. Any one of them could take off. Who else is she telling the story to? Anybody in Tar Valon? No! The only person she'd be talking to in Tar Valon about this is Swan, and Swan already knows this. So who else? The only possibility I can think, and this is a stretch, I don't think this is the case, but if this is dialogue that is even cobbled together from a conversation where she's explaining her quest to someone, is possibly Min, if they change it so that she doesn't know Min, like that she meets Min for the first time and then is explaining her quest to Min. But I don't think that's it. I really don't think that's it. And so I think this is just for this teaser. This is like an introductory, thing for new viewers or non-book readers, I guess, who might be interested in seeing some background that is not really going to give away a spoiler for the show. I think that's what it is. Another word on the dialogue or monologue, I guess, is the phrasing. There is something that she says repeatedly. She talks about the last age and then the last dragon and then the last dragon has been reborn. And I don't like it. This to me, it feels unnatural. It feels awkward. What it feels like, actually, what it honestly feels like to me is studio notes. I don't work in television. I don't know, but what it feels like is somebody was listening to the dialogue and was like, wait a minute, you said the last dragon and now we've got a new dragon. So you need to clarify which dragon it was. And then somebody else went, but the new dragon is also the last dragon. So you need to put last on both of them, which again, if you're putting it on both of them, then you don't need it. You really don't. Like, if it's the dragon did it in the previous age and then that dragon has been reborn, you don't need to say the last dragon and then the last dragon has been reborn. It's unnecessary and awkward. Like, it ruins the rhythm of the sentence to me. And partially that could be because I'm just used to the dragon has been reborn. And so the last dragon has been reborn sounds dumb. it could just be that I'm not used to the way the phrasing sounds, but it also just feels unnecessarily specific about something that nobody was asking a question about. If that makes sense. Things always make sense in my head, and I don't know if they make sense when I say them out loud. I'm hoping that makes sense when I say it out loud. Here in this little walkthrough, this landscape, by the way, is stunning. This is just like, whoever did the scouting for where they were shooting, this is like a cool little landscape. Little. It's not little, it's epic, but whatever. I think this is Rand and Matt. I think. Like, they're very wee. We can't really make them out. They're just wee little specks running through here. But I think I see a longbow. So I think this might be Rand and Matt. Who is this person on horse? Who is this? Who is this person? We see a Myrddraal here, or at least on an outcropping like this, similar to this later. Like, is this the Myrddraal in the daytime? I never think about Myrddraal in the daytime. That's kind of a weird image in my mind, like a Myrddraal just walking about a city in the day. I know it happens in the story. It's a weird thing to picture. I don't think it is, though, because there's no black cloak, and also the horse looks kind of happy. Which now I'm thinking about Myrddraal's horses, and how much it would suck. Oh my gosh, how much it would suck to be a Myrddraal's horse. Like, do they treat their horses nicely? Maybe they treat their horses great. I don't know. That would just be awful. I don't like the idea of it, but they are all on horses, and I bet you, like, the Trollocs eat them half the time, and I don't like this. I don't like thinking about this. Here in the city, multiple people pointed this out to me in the comments. I noticed it, again, always the reaction video, first take. This was something I noticed actually while editing my reaction video. And again, multiple people pointed this out in the comment. Pat and Fane. There's Pat and Fane back there in his peddler's wagon. His peddler's wagon, this one, it looks smaller than I imagined, actually. I imagined like a sort of a wagon, maybe 2 or 3 of them kind of stuck together. I don't really know. I just thought he would have more stuff. Maybe he's just a really good packer. This scene, when I was slowing this down, like just like going frame by frame, the first thought I had when I saw was all of them staring at you as you walk through town is, this is what it's like to walk through a small town as a foreigner in Korea. Especially for me, if I have like my braids or my twists or dreads in, if I'm walking through a small town, that's all, like, people are just staring at you. And then if you know Korean, like, when I started to learn Korean, I suddenly realized how everybody always, all around me, was saying the word foreigner. I was like, oh, 외국인, 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 like just hearing foreigner constantly. And also, mori, 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 which is hair, her hair. Like, well, mori is head, but it also can be hair, whatever. Like, it was just hearing people talking about the foreigner and the foreigner's hair constantly. And so this was little PTSD when I saw it. I was like, oh, I know this feeling. I know this feeling that Moiraine has right now. I might need to cover Moraine's hair in Braid Watch. Not something I anticipated, but if you look at this, her hair, it appears to be like put in, like she has sections of hair, and they're wrapped in ribbons, and then I'm assuming it's tied together at the back. We haven't seen Moraine's head from behind, have we? I bet you that's why I haven't really thought to talk about it in Braid Watch, because we don't really know what's holding it back. But I'm assuming that's what's happening here. And it's interesting. It looks really like, well, I don't know. I don't have white people hair. I don't know. It looks really finicky to me. Like, how do you get your hair into those ribbons? And then it feels like the hair would not want to stay. I don't know. But it looks kind of cool. It's an interesting hairstyle. A couple of people pointed this out to me in the comments, on my last video here. These sheep's corpses, which still, so gross, just disemboweled with innards and viscera. It's, bleh. Anyway, a couple of people pointed this out. There are 13 corpses, which is, like, that is some cool little, like, it's a little, I don't know if I want to say foreshadowing. It's like a little Easter egg, which is cool. However, there might be 14. There might be one at the bottom, just out of frame there. Or it could be just a pile of viscera that has been piled there to, like, make the tip of the fang. Because if it is just these 13 that we can see, then the fang doesn't have a tip. Which also, I mean, the Flame of Tarvalin also doesn't really have a tip. It's sort of squared off, so it's equal, I guess. But I think there's, like, you see something there. But it could just be a pile of guts. I mentioned this before in that other video, but Shadar Logoth, I love the take on this. I love this. This is not at all how I pictured it, but it is accurate, like it's canon accurate, and it is better than what I pictured because it makes more sense. It gives that sense of the world is going downhill because of, you know, I'm trying to keep the spoiler free, but the world is going downhill. And I like this take on it. This looks so modern. Like, it's industrial age level of modern. It's really cool. It looks, to me, like some of these shots look almost like shots of like London from Dickensian movies, like Dickensian era movies. It's so good. It's so much better than anything I would have done. Of course it's better than anything I would have done. I am not a visual person. I would have been like, I don't know, put a building there. I don't care. Like, that would have been me. Would have been way more focused on the dialogue. But it's so cool. Love it. But, okay, moving things around on my list, because while we're talking about Shadar Logoth, is there no safety regulation in Randland? Why? Why are there no safety railings here? This is not safe. Like, I mean, okay, I know Shadar Logoth, evil city, people falling to their death, maybe not something they were, you know, so against. Who knows? But Eredhall wasn't always a bad, evil city. And even in Tarvalin, there were not safety railings, and people just could be slipping and hurling to their death, and safety first, people. I love this take on Mashadar. If it in fact is Mashadar that we're seeing, I mean, I don't know what else it could possibly be. What else could it be? No idea. But I love it if it is Mashadar. It's such a cool take. It looks like what is it? Slime mold. It looks like slime mold growing, but you know, black slime mold. It's so cool. And like the sound design is also really cool. While it's great, at least the sound design for this teaser, it's really, really cool. It's not, this one is not exactly canon, but I think it's cooler visually than what the canon is. Like, the canon's very good, you know, with the fog and stuff, but like tendrils of fog, like leg thick tendrils of fog, this looks cooler than that to me. But okay, while we're on Mashadar, there's this scene here with a shadow creeping in and out of a room, and it doesn't look like the other Mashadar. Like, this does not look like that slime mold stuff. This looks like a shadow coming in and out of the room. I don't know what that is. It could that be Mordeath? Oh, and okay, while we're in Shadar Logoth, what is this? What is this thing? What is it? I don't know what it is. I posted about it in my Discord and nobody really, I mean, it's probably not important, right? It's just like a thing on the ground, but it is the only thing that's out of place in Shadar Logoth, and I don't know what it is. Can't figure out what it is. Like, the theories that people were putting forth is possibly a lamp, or a horse, a hitch for a horse. Somebody said it could be like the bottom part of a wagon, but it kind of looks like it's made of wood, which wood doesn't last that long. So, you know, the stone buildings have lasted, but the wood shouldn't have lasted this long, I don't think. I don't know. I'm curious. It is the only thing out of place in the city, so I'm just very, very curious about what it could possibly be. Then we have all of the characters, you know, waking up from their nightmares. Rand, or Yashishtanowski, does really, really good wake up from a nightmare face. Like, when I was slowing it down and going frame by frame, I was like, oh, dude, yeah! That's very, very good face there. This is just my bad. This little girl that I wasn't sure who it was during my reaction, I think it's just that I froze the video, like I paused the video at the wrong time. It's very clearly Egwene and Meryn Albir, like running through the fire, probably crying over the destruction of their inn. This place here, could this be Perrin's forge, or... Okay, it's not the forge itself, right? The forge is where you do the actual blacksmithing. So this would be like the blacksmith shop, or blacksmith... I don't know. I don't know. Just curious as to what this location is. Maybe the blacksmith place. I don't know about blacksmithing. I get stuck whenever I talk about Perrin and his blacksmithing. I don't know what to call anything. I know hammer, and I know the word forge. you have now reached the extent of my knowledge about blacksmithing. This was pointed out to me by one of my Discord members. It's such a cool catch. This is really cool. Look at this. This is Matt. You can tell by the vagabond clothing, I guess. And that's Matt's hand, covered in blood. That's Matt's red hand. Okay, and then the final thing I want to mention here. This is creepy disintegrating horse. Like, this is another one that I noticed while editing. I don't know how I didn't catch it on my, like, initial reaction video. I just didn't see it at all. But when I was editing a video, I was like, what the heck is happening to that horse? And then on rewatches, it is so gross and creepy. Like, and again, I guess maybe this is just something I noticed because, as I've mentioned about 1,000,000 times already, I am not visual, but I am very auditory. The sound design here is just, like, again, when I have my headphones on, it's a lot. Like, the horse sounds, the creepy sounds of, like, it's like melting but disintegrating. No, it's so, it's good. Like, it's gross and it's good, and this creepy disintegrating horse. And which horse is it? Like, is it the Murdrol horse? Please let it be the Murdrol horse. Even though I don't want it to happen to the Murdrol horse, because now I'm feeling really bad about Murdrol horses, because I thought about it just now. But I don't want it to be Mandarb. I don't want it to be Cloud. It better not be Bella. Oh my god, if it's Bella, we're gonna burn it all to the ground. Okay, I actually have one more thought. This isn't on my list, so I guess this makes it 19. Whatever. This one, though, isn't thoughts so much about the notes. This is just in response to... There was a significant amount of comments on my video, and not just my video, actually. I've seen this in a lot of places online, of people being very upset that this teaser puts forth Egwene as a possible candidate to be the Dragon Reborn. And the objection seems to be that this breaks the lore of the world. And I find this objection utterly confusing. It baffles me. Because I don't think this teaser is saying that... Okay, Eye of the World spoilers. Just Eye of the World spoilers here. I don't think the teaser is saying that she is the Dragon Reborn. It's saying which one of these ones is. Because, shocking thing I'm going to say here, most of the people who are watching the show are not going to be people who have read the books. They don't know the lore of the world. And unless they begin the show with just long expositional scenes where they explain the lore, they aren't going to know the reasons why it can't be Egwene. They aren't going to know that. So just having the list of candidates be wider makes it more of a mystery for them. It's entirely possible, in fact, this is kind of how stories work, for characters in the story to know things that the viewers or the readers don't know. I mean, that happened all the time. Moiraine is notoriously cagey with her information and doesn't share stuff. So, I don't know what... I don't know. This objection to me is weird. Plus, making it wider as the lore of the world is revealed, it gives the chance for these viewers who don't know the lore to feel smart as things are revealed, for them to be able to go, oh, okay, cross her off the list. She can't possibly be it. They like it. I don't know. I find that satisfying when I'm like watching or reading a story that has a mystery and clues are revealed and I'm able to narrow things down. It makes me more engaged. So if they just tell you stuff and then like don't give you anything to think about or guess, it kind of, I don't know, it just takes away some of the thrill and the reason that I want to engage with a story. So yeah, I that objection to me is weird. It's just, they aren't saying that she's the dragon. They are saying, we don't know who it is. Or, well, not even we don't know. It's, you don't know who it is. Which one of these ones do you think it is? Like, it's a mystery. Doesn't break the lore. And with that, I will end this video here. I am going to probably watch this a bajillion more times. I love this teaser. And we are still getting a trailer, right? Like, I'm pretty sure, because they called that other trailer a teaser trailer, then we are going to be getting a full trailer. But I don't know when it's going to happen, and I'm dying to see it. Anyway, but yeah, let me know if there's any other small details that you picked up in your infinite rewatchings of this teaser. Leave them in the comments below, or join my Discord. Again, you heard some of these things that I noticed, I didn't actually notice. They came out of my Discord, so I would love to have you there to help me pick up clues. And maybe you know what that thingy is, because my Discord members, I gave them an assignment and they Anyway, that's a joke, by the way. I mean, not really. I did ask them to help me figure it out, and we couldn't figure it out. But whatever. Anyway, so yeah, do that. Or if you like my videos, I guess not or, and if you like my videos and want to support me, you can always check out my Patreon. I say this a million times. I love my patrons, you guys. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to all of you. And I guess with that, I will end this video here. So please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!